I'm Tara Geisinger with Online PR Media and SEO Content Solutions. My latest blog post talks about creating a content factory for your business. And the reason why this is important is because content has really come to the forefront when it comes to SEO, optimization, and really getting yourself in front of the audience that you're trying to target. But it can be almost impossible to try to keep up with the amount of content that needs to be produced, and that's why you need a factory in place. So I'm going to talk today about a few key things that you can put together that'll really help get your content out there on a consistent basis. Now, why do we even need to be publishing content on a continual basis? It basically comes down to link building. The reason why we want to have a lot of pieces of content out there is because it gives a lot of links back to your website, and that makes Google happy, essentially. So what we want to do is we want to have really good quality pieces of content published that people are going to naturally want to share and link to and promote on your behalf. So keep in mind that that's our goal when we set out creating this factory, to put together a system that's going to help you implement and publish really good quality content that people are just dying to share and dying to link to. Step 1 is to identify the purpose of your content. Why are you publishing that article or blog post? What are you looking to accomplish? I mean, yes, we definitely want links, but it's broader than that. You really want to be sure that you're providing information that is useful and timely and trendy to the audience that you're trying to target, because ultimately you're producing content because you want customers. And so that's why you have to keep those customers in mind whenever you're writing something. What is it? What are they going to get out of it? Why are they reading this article? Will they want to share it? Did it answer a solution? Did it provide a solution or answer a question for them? That's how you need to start off, sort of brainstorming your topics and thinking about how you can best serve your customers. Because when you're serving your customers, that's when you're going to see the results, and that's where they're going to appreciate you and share. Step 2 in creating your content factory is building a team. Once you really set goals for publishing content on a consistent basis, it can seem overwhelming. I mean, when you're publishing a blog post maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week, also publishing guest blogs, articles, press releases, there's only so much that one person can do and run your company at the same time. So it really is beneficial to build a team of writers around you that you trust, that sort of really are knowledgeable about your industry and can get the type of voice and tone that you want to project for your company. You can hire a freelance, writer, 1 or 2, and bring them on your team, or you can hire an existing team or a content company that already has writers on staff that are knowledgeable for writing content on the web. It's important to make sure that the person that's writing your content really does match up with the tone and the conversation that you want to be having with your clients, but that person also needs to really have a good sense of SEO, keyword development, and a knowledge of how to work those keywords into that content without it seeming spammy or salesy in any way. So it's a unique person, but they are out there, and it really makes a big difference to have somebody jump in and help you get that content written. Step 3 in producing your content factory is to set up a schedule. I mean, you're going to set up a production line and you're going to start pumping out articles and blog posts and press releases, but it helps tremendously to do an editorial calendar first and map out the topics that you are going to be able to address. Now, just because you have a schedule in place doesn't mean that you can't quickly write a blog post on something that's trending right now. If something happens in your industry that's a big deal, by all means, comment on it, publish it. You can always bump that how-to post that was scheduled for Friday right off the calendar and push it into the next week. So having an editorial calendar doesn't necessarily constrict you. It just helps you have goals in place so that you know what you're going to write. Because half the time sitting down to write a blog post, it's overwhelming because you don't know what you're going to be writing on. If you already know what your content is going to be next Tuesday, you can sit down and you can answer that question. So how do you find topics? One of the best ways is to just think about what your audience wants to find out about. So think about things that people have asked you. For example, for our company, Online PR Media, we get a lot of questions about how to write a press release, how to write a title that's going to really get people to click through. How do I choose keywords? There's a lot of questions with regards to SEO and making it all work. So we can sort of brainstorm 10 or 12 topics right off the top of our head for what people have been asking us on a consistent basis, and then write blog posts or guest posts around that. The last part of your production line, once your content is already published, is to share, share, share. That's what social media is for. Get your links out there. Share with your friends. Share with your audience, and encourage them to share as well. Ideally, we've put together a plan that has produced a piece of content that people naturally want to share on your behalf because it's exciting, it's trendy, it solves a problem for them, and that's what your goal is. So hopefully we've given you some tips today that can help you put a content plan in place. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm happy to answer, and we love hearing from you. Thanks.